What's up? All right, we're live. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're here at the home studio in Las Vegas, and I've got big news for you that I think you're going to get excited about. I want to talk to you about one of the biggest pain points in network marketing. What do you think it is? What's the biggest pain point? If you could wave a magic wand and it would just solve itself. Recruiting, man. Recruiting's got to be it. When I first got involved in network marketing, I have a solution for you today you're going to get super excited about. I promise you, you're going to love it. But when I first got involved in network marketing, introverted person, I was kind of hoping to get lucky inside of network marketing. And I had this thing in my head that the people that I knew would at least want to take a look. They'd at least be willing to take a look and see what I had. And I found out that wasn't true. Anybody else find out that wasn't true? You thought they'd take a look. They'd at least have the open mind. Put a number 1 in the chat if you thought they'd at least take a look. Like, come on, you crazy people. I have a solution. I think it might work for you. But from preconceptions, from judgment, from whatever their situation, or sometimes it's because we're so bad in our approach. We're like so excited, but we hardly have any skill that we go, try and amateurish our approach to people, and they're like, no thanks, I'm out, not interested. And I had a gift when I first got involved in network marketing. And you know what that gift was? The gift of desperation. I had no place else to go. I had 18 jobs by the time I started network marketing. And I got a little bit lucky at the very beginning because my father and his partner were my sponsor, and they were successful people. And I just basically leaned on them. I went and talked to people and say, hey, you should talk to these other successful people. Because I don't know anything. Barely got out of high school, no college, 18 jobs by the time I'm 23. And I'm just like, you should talk to these guys. You should talk to these guys. You should talk to these guys. And that worked. And I got a pretty good first month's check, and I got a decent second month's check. And from that check, guess what? I quit real estate, and I had nowhere to go. I was selling real estate prior to this. I quit doing that, went full time. Like, this is going to be amazing. And as soon as I did that, everything fell apart. Totally fell apart. Went down to nothing. And I had no place to go. Greatest thing in the world happened to me. I had no place to go. Some of you have a lot of options. At age 23, I didn't have a lot of options. Didn't have a lot of choices or places to go to be able to go make money right now. And I needed money like oxygen. So I went on this quest to figure this thing out. It's the foundation of the book GoPro. Is if you've read the book. How many of you have read the book GoPro? Put a number 2 in the chat if you've ever read the book or listened to the audiobook. A lot of you. Fantastic. You know what's crazy? That book has sold almost 5 million copies around the world that I know of. A lot of them knocked off in different languages around the world, but that's cool. That's still fun. I'm glad it's helping people. If I ever get my stuff together, I'll have another one coming out. It's just like, oh my gosh, I got 6 books in my head. If I can ever have the discipline to actually go do it. If you're a procrastinator, you are my spirit animal. I'm a procrastinator also. You know what I use to get past procrastination, or to just kind of cope with my procrastination? I treat everything like a project, because I can deal with a project. Like, if it has a deadline and a beginning and a middle and an end, then I'm good. But if something I have to do every day, I'm super rebellious to structured authority. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. I mean, everything from the speed limit to anything to carbs, to anything that I'm supposed to do. I'm super rebellious against that. I'm a nonconformist. I don't know if any of you are nonconformists as well, but listen, I've been involved in network marketing for 35 years. And in that period of time, I have helped a little over 500 people make seven figures a year, over $1 million a year. I've also helped over 10,000 people make six figures a year. And I've helped millions of people have a nice part-time income. So I'm proud of that, but there are miles to go before we sleep, and there's millions of people that I want to help in a more significant way. And if I could wave a magic wand and solve anything, that would be to help you and every person on your team recruit. Because a lot of you are pretty good at sales. I mean, because you're passionate about your product. So it's kind of easy to share that product result or story or benefit. It's like, oh, you have this situation. I have this product. Maybe it's a fit for you. How many of you feel like you're decent at selling? Put a number 3 in the chat. At just selling your product. You're decent at it. A lot of you. And how many people feel awkward and weird and strange and uncomfortable when you try to pivot to the business conversation? Put a 4 in the chat. That's where it gets weird, right? You're like, I have this business, and then people throw stuff at you and you don't really know what to do with it. So I want to help. And I have a solution. We're going to do something big on August 26th. I just want you to write that date down. August 26th. Okay. Saturday, August 26th. We're going to do something major, a global event. Yeah. Some of them stop buying when you start the business conversation. I mean, some of them run away when you start the business conversation, or some of them say, yeah, I'm interested. And then all of a sudden they ghost you and you can't find them anymore, and they're not answering your text messages, and they're not answering your phone calls anymore. So it feels strange, but there's 4 things that we do inside of network marketing. Something for your notes. Some of you already registered for this event. The rest of you, this is kind of a kickoff to really go after it big on August 26th. I'll tell you about it in just a second. 4 things that we do in network marketing. This call's not going to be long if you have this stuff going on, and I understand most of you do, but 4 things that we do. Number 1, we sell. We sell using word of mouth advertising. We share what we have as far as a solution in our product or service. People say yes, they say no, and we have a customer. That's one thing that we do. Second thing that we do is we recruit. We recruit an ever-expanding team of other people who are also selling. The third thing that we do is we duplicate. We duplicate the process and start to turn what is a job into a business. We start to get some real leverage. And then the fourth thing we do is we lead. We increase the productivity of the teams that we build based upon our leadership. So sell, recruit, duplicate, lead. But recruiting's the real gateway skill, because if you can't get somebody to take a look, as far as scale, if you're going to do this, there's a lot of ways you can go make money. There's a lot of ways you can have a side hustle. If you're going to do this, I will just tell you, I was so frustrated about my lack of ability to recruit. I was so frustrated. I thought there was something wrong with me. Like, it's like, I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Like, what is going on? Why can I not get somebody to, is it because I don't have a lot of background or skill? Is it because I don't have talent? Is it because my opportunity is no good? What is the deal? So I set out on a journey to figure it out, because like I said, I had that gift of desperation, and I did. I was able to learn how to recruit on demand. And I want you to just imagine something. What if any day you got up, you could finish that day with a new person on your team that you recruited just because you felt like it? What would that do to your confidence? What would that do to your ability? What would that do to your belief? What would that do? I mean, because and I got to tell you one thing. What would that feel like? It's just like, yeah, today I feel like recruiting. All right, I'll just recruit. Tomorrow I'm going to do something else, but today I'm going to recruit some people. Be cool, right? Now I want to ask you another question. If I could show you how to recruit 10 people in the next 30 or 60 days personally, how would that change your business? What would it do? Would you rank advance? Probably. Would you get a check? Would you feel better? Would your family look at you with a little bit more pride? Would you maybe get a little bit more support at home? Would you qualify for something inside your company? It'd be pretty amazing, right? Now, here's another question. What if I could teach not only you, but every single person on your team to recruit 10 people in the next 30 to 60 days? Now we're talking about, some of you are like, oh, I can't even think like that because I don't want to get my hopes up. I got my hopes up before. That's a little bit too big of a number. You got 10 people on your team and everybody can recruit 10. You saying I can go from 10 to 100? Answer is yes, it's possible for sure. I know how to do it. I can teach you how to do it. There's only 3 things I need from you. Only 3 things. Prove it? I will, Felicia. 3 things I need. Number 1, I need you to be willing. I can't help you if you're not willing. I need you to be willing, face fears, do some things that may be a little bit uncomfortable. Trust me in the process. I've helped the world. I can help you too. Number 2, I need you to be coachable. I can't help you if you won't listen. And number 3, I need you to be hungry. Hungry. I can't teach hunger. You're either hungry or you're not. Okay. So if you're willing, coachable, that's all you need. Yeah. And here's what I'm going to tell you. If you suck at recruiting right now and you have no skills and no confidence and no abilities, I can still teach you how to do it. If you're willing, coachable, hungry. Sounds like a pretty big claim, right? But I can, I promise. I can. Is this recorded? Yeah. If you have to log off, I get it. It's recorded and we'll share it out to everybody. But here's what's happening. And I'm going to give you a link. Those of you who are on Facebook or Instagram, type the words GoPro into the chat and it's going to give you all the information. Just type the words GoPro into the chat. Won't work on YouTube. I'll have to give you the link. But thanks for typing it in that you're listening to me. So August 26th, we're going to hold a global 1-day recruiting challenge. This is a training event, 3 hours. Me and the top recruiters in the entire network marketing world, 3 hours, in-depth, intense training. We're doing it specifically on the 26th, so it'll still give you 5 days to close out the month. 5 days to close out the month, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So you can have your best month ever. September is going to be unbelievable. One of the best times of the year to be able to recruit. The cost for this event is $7. Just so you have a little skin in the game and you show up. If you're willing, coachable, hungry, you're going to show up anyway. $7, $7 for me to be able to teach you how to be able to recruit on demand. Okay. That's really it. And I'll give you the link. The link is mygoprochallenge.com. mygoprochallenge.com. Write that down, share it with everybody in your organizations, mygoprochallenge.com. Now listen, let me give you some advice. First, put into the chat, how many people have you recruited in your company so far? 1, 2, 28, 45, 200, some pretty good numbers, right? Personally, not in your whole team. Now, some of you that are pretty good recruiters, what's the next biggest frustration in your organization? If you could wave a magic wand, you could fix it. I can recruit, but my people just sit there and do nothing. Anybody ever struggle with that? It's like I got a whole bunch of people on my team, but they look at me just like, I remember when I first got involved, it's like my team was just kind of like the island of misfit toys. You know, it's you ever look at your team and get kind of depressed? It's like, oh, that's my team. Hi, team. Like, will you please wake up? Do you have a pulse? Do you have something? Are you there? Hello, are you there? So here's the thing. If you can persuade your team to join us on August 26th, let me help revive this group, or let me help them improve their skills. I can help you with step 1 of duplication. Me and my top recruiter friends can help you with step 1 of duplication, because sometimes your team can't hear it from you, but they'll listen to it from me. Okay. That event on the 26th will not be recorded. It's live, one time live, 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. Move your schedule around, do everything possible to be a part of it. Everything. I promise you it's going to help. 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. Now, my friends in Australia, New Zealand, that's 2 a.m. That's not fun. But if you're going to fly to Las Vegas and be here in person, your body be upside down anyway. So have your body be upside down when you're sitting at home. 3 hours, change your life one time. It's no problem. It's no big deal. Now, I do also have to tell you this. We're broadcasting this from our $20 million studio in Las Vegas. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's a spaceship. It's the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen. So cool. We have room for 400 people who, if you'd like to come to Vegas, hang out with us for the day. We just opened this up. We have room for 400 people. $97 is all we're going to charge if you want to come spend the day with us. There's some extra time after that 3 hours that we're going to be hanging out, and get a picture and whatever, be able to spend some time. So if you've ever wanted to come to something like that, you want to come hang out with a good group of people for a day, come on in to that event. You can find out how to register at the link that I gave you, mygoprochallenge.com. Those of you on Instagram and on Facebook, you can type GoPro into the chat. That should automatically give you the link, the little bot that they have in the chat thing. So if you can come to the studio, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to see you. I'd love to spend some time with you. I'd love to watch you have a breakthrough in real time. That would be an awful lot of fun. So look, I just want you to hear me, because some of you have some emotional damage because you've tried this before and it hasn't worked. You've tried to recruit. You're wondering if this is real for you. You're just like, is there something wrong with me? Maybe you're questioning yourself. And I can't tell you how many times I question myself inside of my network marketing experience. So many times. But then I finally figured it out. And whether you have experience or skill, I'm going to teach you how to recruit without skill. How about that? I'm going to teach you how to recruit if you don't know what to say. How about that? I'm going to teach you how to recruit if you've been involved in this thing for 3 years and have never had a breakthrough. How about that? All it takes is 10 recruits to get yourself into the top 2% in network marketing. That's all it takes. to get in the top 2%. If you're willing, hungry, and coachable, I will help you get into that top 2%. The fact that you're here this morning, this afternoon, this evening watching this tells me something about you. That you're at least hungry, you're at least curious. You're like, okay, maybe this guy can help me with something. So I want to blow the doors off of this. So one, get yourself registered. Don't procrastinate, get it done. If you've already done it, throw I'm in into the chat just so I can see. I'm in into the chat. But two, if you have people who've joined your business, whether they're active or inactive, I would personally invite them all. Personally, not some group message, not some announcement. Personally invite them all, even if they're inactive. You might say, why would I invite somebody that's inactive? They joined your business as a distributor for a reason. And then they got scared, or they thought things were going to work out and they didn't the way they expected them to. And I promise you this, they have in their heart and in their head, they have unfinished business. And I can help them in 3 hours to get past that unfinished business and get some progress. And progress is perfection. If we can get movement, things that get into action tend to stay in action. So use whatever persuasion skills you have. So let's do this together. Let's have some fun. It's going to be an adventure. Clear your calendars. Help them overcome their objections as to why to even participate in the first place. If they're emotionally like, oh, I'm not sure. It's $7. It's 3 hours. You got some unfinished business. Let's go see if we can close up that unfinished business. Whoever gets the most people to attend, some of you have large organizations. Whoever gets the most people to attend this thing is going to win. I'm just telling you, it's going to win. And you'll see in there, it's $7. If you want me to help you prepare for the event, there's an opportunity to do that. If you want me to coach you after the event, there's an opportunity for me to help you with that. If you want to get a VIP ticket and get some extra Q&A and hot seat coaching that we're going to do after the 3 hours, there's a way to do that. So it's mygoprochallenge.com. Okay. Those of you on Zoom, because that's the only stream that I can see. Instagram people, I can see it, but it's too small for me to be able to see from where I'm sitting. Do you have anybody have any questions that I haven't covered? 9 a.m. Pacific time. Any questions? I'm just looking. Will there be a replay? There will not be a replay. This is a live event. So you need to be there, be ready, take notes. Some of you need to fill up your living rooms, fill up, your house with people, sit and do it together as a team. Whatever you got to do. Get everybody together. Okay? There is Spanish translation. When you go to the site, just so you know, it's only in English right now. The Spanish part of the site will be up in a few days, but there will be Spanish translation for it. So how do you prepare? I've got a whole process for that when you go through the registration, but there's a whole bunch of steps to be able to do it. French, we don't have that yet. We're working on ways to be able to do it. For sure, English and Spanish for right now. That's all I can guarantee right now. But let me tell you what I would do if I was French or German or Romanian. What I will do, yes, Spanish will be live. What I would do, here's how I would solve the problem. If you're in Romania, get somebody who's bilingual, fill up a room with every single person on your team, and have that person translate in real time. I would do the same exact thing in Portuguese. I would do the same exact thing in German. I would do the same exact thing in Japanese or Chinese or any other language around the world. I would do the same exact thing. Figure it out. The information's going to be there. I will tell you, If you want to unlock this thing, get this recruiting skill behind you, this is where you need to go. Same thing with Arabic. Fill up the room. You can't click the register button. mycoachingchallenge.com. mygoprochallenge.com. mygoprochallenge.com. Check it again. mygoprochallenge.com. They keep throwing it in. It should work. All right. I think that's it. So listen, I'm going to have this recording. It's on Facebook right now. If you find me on Facebook, it's on YouTube right now, YouTube Live. It's on Instagram right now. And we will clean it up and repost it, and we'll email it out to everybody who's on our email list. So you'll be able to forward this to your teams so they can hear this as well. Okay? Listen, if you've been struggling, if you've been discouraged, if you feel like you're underperforming to your potential, hang in there. We're less than 3 weeks away. In just whatever it is, 19 days or something, we're going to give you the breakthrough that you've been looking for. I'm super, super excited about it. So if you're excited, put a number 7 in the chat. Let me just see if you're excited for this, if you're ready to go, if you want to crush this thing, you want to just absolutely knock it out of the park. Network marketing is better than any side hustle in the world. Network marketing is better than any form of entrepreneurship that exists on planet Earth for the average person. Do not ever doubt that. There is nothing that beats it. I will debate anybody in the world on any other side hustle, anytime, anywhere. We win in reality. Now it's time for you to win inside of this business. Okay? So I love you all very much. I can't wait to see you on the 26th. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. Help me load the boat. Let's change the network marketing world. We'll do it together. Okay? mygoprochallenge.com. I love you. Mwah! See you later, everybody. Take care. Have a great day.